Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is a bumper episode. I've been tagged in so much stuff which would normally make it in, but has not made it in this time because I think I've got about 4 Worlds Collide folders, 2 or 3 SmackDown folders. I mean, we had so much stuff go down today. We had that special announcement, SmackDown, Worlds Collide. We had news, there's rumors, there's just loads of bits and bobs. So it's going to be a real challenge to get this done within an hour, but I really wanted to make sure that I got an episode out for you. So yeah, we're going to walk through this. I'm going to give a few thoughts as well, because this doesn't really exist anywhere else. Like, this is probably one of the only places that we're going to talk about WrestleMania 43 going to Saudi Arabia. This is one of the only places where we're going to talk about SmackDown. This is one of the only places we're going to talk about Worlds Collide. So I'm going to put in as much as I possibly can, okay? So, right, let's start with the announcement. Lots of happy faces everywhere you look, as it was announced that WrestleMania 43, and I'm not a big fan of the logo. I actually think it's going to get changed, right? But we can come back to that. WrestleMania 43 is going to be in Riyadh, over in Saudi Arabia. It was what we expected. I found this to be very corporate, very awkward. You know, Triple H is talking about this being game-changing. I didn't really get any evidence of that from this press conference. Press conference lasted about half an hour. I think if you are a shareholder, or if you are someone that just loves business meetings, then you probably love this. If you're a WWE fan, this could have been an email, right? This could have been a press release. It did not need to be all of this, right? And I thought it was really awkward how they had like 8 people or so standing in the background, and then they had 4 chairs. And I didn't really understand that. Like, the organization of this felt really rushed. And I think there's probably a reason for that. It's probably because news had leaked. So I don't know how much they were planning on doing this. I don't know how quickly this was thrown together. I think to have all these superstars on stage and just have them sort of standing around in the background. I mean, Shawn Michaels never sat down. How do you not give Shawn Michaels a chair? I don't understand. I don't know. So, yeah, I found it to be very, very strange. And I've got to tell you, it's been really badly received online. A lot of people are not going to be able to go to this show. The largest fan base is in North America. This is the first time that we're leaving North America with WrestleMania. And I think a lot of people thought if we were going to do that, we would go to the UK. And the UK is not too bad for our American friends, our Canadian friends to get to. And again, reminder, that is the largest fan base. That is the largest demo, if you will, for WWE. That is kind of where the bulk of their business is. Like, you don't want to upset those people. But I think those people understand that at some point WrestleMania was going to go international. Make no mistake about it. We're only doing this for the money. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. But apparently the money could be super significant. Like, apparently the money is the kind of money you just cannot turn down. So we'll have to kind of come back to that, right? People joking that this might be our main event. Mansoor might come back, take on Cody Rhodes for that WWE title. WrestleOps saying WWE is getting paid a mind-blowing amount of money to hold WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. That coming from PW Insider. No amount has been mentioned, but there is an amount being rumoured. I also think this was quite rushed. It feels really cluttered. I don't know why we need 43 and then like a 2027 underneath. Like, we've never done that before. I don't really know why we need both of those things. Plus also, I just sort of feel like you could have something to represent Saudi Arabia better than whatever these things are. I mean, I don't know. I'm not crazy about this logo. I don't hate it. I just think you could come up with something way better than this. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is quickly, we need a logo. Let's just get this out for now. We can always change it further down the road. That's the vibe that I'm kind of getting from this. And we have seen WrestleMania logos change in the past after they've been initially shown, right? I just thought this was interesting. A lot of fans like to talk about how WWE has made a massive difference to women performers, citing the fact that they were not allowed on the show at the start, and now they're in matches, right? And this has long been a bit of a bone of contention with me, because if WWE had made a big difference like that, I think there would be a lot of noise externally. Like, did you see what WWE did? That's really impressive that WWE are going over there and leading the charge and making a difference. And the fact that we just don't see that has always sort of bothered me. Well, this person made that argument, right? And Dave Meltzer said, you should probably read up. It was the Olympics that forced those changes. So Dave Meltzer's like, it wasn't wrestling. It wasn't WWE. It was other things. It was the Olympics that meant they had to start involving women in sports. And once they did that, that's how we started to get some movement in pro wrestling. So I thought that was very interesting information. Right, this person here said, I'm not lying. I wouldn't be shocked if WWE moved their headquarters to Saudi Arabia, or even made Saudi a permanent location for WrestleMania. And this is the other concern. Saudi Arabia have got nearly like $1 trillion available to them, right? And they could just buy WrestleMania year after year after year. It is no problem for them to just keep buying WrestleMania. Who's going to outbid Saudi Arabia? So the concern is, if 2027 works, then what stops them going for 2028, 2029, 2030? And with the kind of money involved, I mean, we could see WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia, maybe not every year, but maybe every other year. And we really could be entering a period now where Saudi Arabia is kind of like a home for WrestleMania. So, I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a lot of developments there. But, yeah, WrestleVote said, in the last week or so, WWE have established a permanent office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So how about that? An actual permanent office is now in Saudi Arabia. So this is this person just showing off some images and just talking about like how amazing it is that the office has opened over there. So yeah, I mean, there's no signs of WWE walking away anytime soon. But I mean, we also know that they are committed to shows, I think, all the way through until 2027, 2028. So WrestleOps said these are the announced locations. So we know next year we're in Vegas. We know the year after we're in Saudi. We still need a show, a WrestleMania for New Orleans. They were meant to get it next year. They're not. They got outbidded, but I think they were told you will get one in the future. And Indianapolis have still been promised one. So they need one as well. So, you know, that could be 42, 43, 44, 45, or it could be that we do 42, 43, 44, back to Saudi, and then we do Indianapolis. So, who knows? Who knows, right? AEW could do the funniest thing and produce a free television special on the days that WrestleMania 43 is in Saudi Arabia, and this is true. If WWE go to Saudi, the shows are going to be earlier. That means there's no WWE in America for that weekend. It also means that there's no show later on at night in America. I mean, I think the Saudi WrestleMania is probably going to start around about, I don't know, 2, 3, and go on till about 7, like US time, something along those kind of around there. So there's nothing stopping AEW having a show start at 7 or 8 that goes on to 10:30 kind of a thing, you know? So I think there is this opening, this opportunity for AEW to come in and actually run some big shows that weekend and not have to worry about going up against WrestleMania. Now, of course, if they do, I'm sure WWE will counter-program it with something. Maybe they'll get AAA to do a show. Maybe they keep NXT in America. I would expect NXT to go to Saudi. I would expect the Hall of Fame to go to Saudi. I would expect WWE World to go to Saudi. So I'd expect the full experience to go over to Saudi. Meaning, what would they have left in America? TNA? They could maybe get TNA to do something and AAA, but you're kind of running out, aren't you, really, of star power there to go up against AEW. So, yeah, that could be very interesting. Okay, WrestleMania 43 is in Saudi Arabia. WWE Creative Humor said, sadly, 1936 Berlin was unavailable. So there we go. They're not fans. And James, thank you. So this is from Fades, who's posted it from Nick Piccolo, right? And apparently this is someone that's in charge of, I think it's called Paradigm, which is like that talent agency that a lot of the WWE superstars seem to be signed up to. He seems connected with that, so he does have some sort of connection with WWE. How he's found this information out, don't know. I mean, you can see here it says rumor, so this is not fact. Rumor. WWE reportedly secured a massive $250 million from Saudi Arabia to host WrestleMania. And if you're anything like me, you will have looked at that and gone, I don't know what that means. But there's an interesting graph we're going to look at in this video that apparently if you add all the ticket sales up from WrestleMania history, every single WrestleMania from 1985 to 2025, it equates to $400 million. 400 million. That is how much they have made from tickets from WrestleMania from 85 to 2025, that 40-year period, right? And here is Saudi giving them 250 million for one show. Right, one show. Again, just a rumor, massive pinch of salt, right? But James was kind enough to inform me about it, so really do appreciate it. And that could have been the funniest thing. There is the Boneyard. There is Undertaker emerging from behind AJ. And imagine if he just went dark, took out Turkey Alashake, and that could have been real fun, right? So that was the announcement. That was some of the reaction to the announcements. But honestly, there's been a lot of backlash online. Okay, here, Brandon Thurston. So here's that 400 million. So ticket sales for every WrestleMania. And then if you look at I think there's about 13 Saudi shows we've done so far. Each one was worth $50 million to WWE. They have made $650 million from those 13 shows since 2018. 650 ticket sales. They've made 400 million from WrestleMania. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? That, of course, does not equate to, like, pay-per-view buys and things like that, right? But even so, like, looking at those two graphs side by side, it is bonkers. I mean, by the time this contract is done, they will have made $1 billion. They will have made $1 billion. They've got 7 more shows to do, right? Going through to the end of 2027, they will have done $1 billion, and that's not even including the extra amount that they've made from giving them a WrestleMania. It's just crazy. That's WrestleMania. That is what Saudi are doing, and you really start to see why we're doing this now. You really start to see that the numbers are not just significant, they are crazy, right? Logan's B, thank you. So Liv Morgan has returned to the Performance Center this week and is working on her recovery. It's unclear how far along she is, but based on the expected recovery timeline, she appears to be about halfway. Okay, so that coming from Body Slam Net. So we did see Liv, but it doesn't mean that she's back now, right? Okay, Joe confirmed that Brock against Cena is going to main event WrestlePalooza, right? Edward, thank you. Yeah, the way he says it, it really does seem like this is closing the show. He was like, and that's your main event for WrestlePalooza. So, yeah, it really does seem like this is the one that's going to close the show. Probably not most surprising news in the world. I mean, John Cena's on his retirement tour. I think it was hard to get John. I mean, if it was going to go anywhere, it would have to open. It was going to be hard to put John anywhere but the main event. But I did think that Punk, AJ, Seth, Becky. I mean, the sheer star power in that match and the fact it's AJ's first match back in 10 years. I thought that stood a chance. But right now it seems like Cena Lesnar closes WrestlePalooza. Rodney, thank you. So negotiations have advanced for The Rock to be at the Saudi WrestleMania. So apparently they want Rock Cody or they want Rock Roman. The Saudis just want whoever they can get their hands on, right? They just want the big names. I even wonder if they're going to try and bring The Undertaker out of retirement. I mean, like, I don't know that his body can do it, but, I mean, one thing I know the Saudis are not struggling with is money. They have got so much money. They can give Undertaker 20 million for one show or something, right, to get him to come back out and, you know, do one last match in front of the fans. It all feels really dirty, though, to me. I don't know how it feels to you, but it feels really dirty to me. The other thing I said on the streams was I find the Saudi shows to be a little bit heartless, a little bit hollow, a little bit fake. And I think part of it is because we just have this really big, generic stage. There's not really much in the way of personality. We just get the wrestlers' graphics really big. You know, I mean, if you think about Paris, we had that lovely Eiffel Tower. I mean, we don't have, it's literally just a massive stage. I mean, if you think about WrestleMania 39 being done as like a cinema and how amazing that looked. 37 with the pirate ship. Like, we don't get anything like that for the Saudi shows. So I really hope that WrestleMania in 2027 has got some sort of personality. I really hope that they can, like, bring the stage into life and just make it feel not as big and hollow. And I just feel like there's a real X factor that's missing from the Saudi shows. And I hope that's not missing from WrestleMania. So, yeah, maybe we're going to get Rock Roman. Maybe we're going to get Rock Cody. Maybe we're going to get The Undertaker come back, which I don't even know if he can. Maybe we're going to get Shawn Michaels come back, which, again, I don't think he can. But I think these are questions that are going to be asked by the Saudis, and we'll have to see where we end up. One thing I think we can agree on, that show is going to be big. It's going to be spectacular, right? Let's have a look at WrestlePalooza, shall we? These are the odds, right? These are the live odds. And so if we go down, is it going to show them on screen? Let's see if we can just make this a little better. I think we can. Nice. Okay, so here we got John Cena minus 300 against Brock Lesnar plus 200. So Cena favorite. Stephanie minus 600. EO plus 350. Stephanie favorite. CM Punk AJ minus 400. Becky Seth plus 250. So Punk AJ favorites, makes total sense. Then we got the Vision at minus 200 and the Usos at plus 150. So the Vision are favorites. And then Cody Rhodes minus 500, Drew McIntyre plus 300. So Cody Rhodes is favorite. I agree with all of those. I don't think there's any there that I disagree with. Sean Ross Sapp said Triple H just stated that the Royal Rumble next year is January 31st, right? This is sick. So Xavier said, for those of you doubting that I had surgery yesterday, here is a before and after picture. So the lymphoma that was carved out the back of my head, this was as a result of Adam Pearce instructing Penta to injure me. So you can see a bump there on the back of his head. And then there it is, seemingly having been removed. And there it is. I actually tweeted out, I hope Topps chop that up and put little bits in their cards, because they're always looking for things to put in their cards. They're slapping patches on wrestlers when they're at WrestleMania and doing all this stuff. That is a gift from the gods for Topps. Topps should use this. I mean, imagine a card that's got an actual piece of Xavier Woods in it. Imagine that. An actual piece of Xavier Woods that he grew himself. Do you know what I mean? That'd be great for Topps. So there we go. That is WWE. Let's go over to SmackDown. Okay, yeah, weird. Booker, Vic Joseph, didn't see any news about these two being on commentary. Obviously, this is our NXT team. Corey was over at Worlds Collide. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, I believe. Well, Wade's off, isn't he, at the moment? So Corey and Michael have been doing kind of Raw. So, yeah, I think they just looked at this and went, let's get Booker and Vic. Let's use those guys. So I loved it. Yeah. I mean, Booker T for me, I think he works in NXT because NXT is kind of a small, close-knit community. And I think that he brings a lot of energy. I think that he's not everyone's cup of tea. There's a lot of people that don't like Booker, and I understand, don't like his commentary. Whether it works on SmackDown, don't know. I think you could probably have a bit of fun with it, but I could also understand people sort of roll in their eyes. So, yeah, one of those where I like Vic Joseph. I think he's very good. Booker, I think, works better in NXT, but I personally wasn't too down on it. But, yeah, that's my thoughts. We started off with Brock, and there was loud juice-up chants. This was really confusing. Brock came out, got, what seemed like a good pop, and then as soon as the music stopped, he got booed out the building. So, I mean, if you was looking, people are like, man, he's getting a great reaction. And then the music stopped, booed out the building. Then loud, you suck chants. And you could tell WWE did not want those chants to really gain steam. So out they brought R-Truth. R-Truth made his way out. So R-Truth made his way down. He said that his name was Ron Cena. And Brock just kept going, Are you John's brother? Who are you? I don't even know who you are, right? Which obviously was disrespectful, and the fans were getting frustrated by that. And, of course, it went where you think it would go, and that is Brock ripping his pants, right? Because he F5'd R-Truth, or Ron Cena. So, Ron Cena got F5'd, and there we've got more of Brock than I personally needed to see. So there we go. Brock ripped his pants, F5 in R-Truth, and decided to show everyone his underwear. I mean, that's a pretty wild segment back, isn't it? How did that go? Well, I managed to rip my pants. And there we go. Stu, I ripped my pants. So there we go. That's Brock making his way after what was a bit of an awkward open, I thought. I mean, the crowd were just not feeling Brock. I mean, some must have been, because there were cheers when he first came out, but there was very little sign of them once that music stopped. It did make me wonder if they were piping in the cheers. Don't know. That's the conspiracy theorist in me coming out, because I found it very strange that there was all these cheers, no sign of boos, and then as soon as the music stops, the boos start raining down. So I did find it very, very strange. Right, then we had Solo. He said it's time for others to live in the shadow of me and my family tree. So not sure what he's cooking up. Banger. Flipping banger, mate, right? Here we had Phoenix. Bang, bang, bang. So good. And this match was so good. There was just brilliant moment after brilliant moment. Loads of great reversals. I think we had "This is awesome" chants about 3 or 4 times. In my mind, no doubt whatsoever, I did not see a better match than this tonight. And I'm including everything from Worlds Collide. Sami, Rey Fenix, my favourite match of the night. Sami Zayn retains the US title against Rey Fenix after a tremendous match, said WrestleOps. So Wyatt 6... just letting the Street Profits know that, you know, they can still see the splits. So they were still going off on the Profits. And they finished this by saying, follow the buzzards. So I don't know why they're still kind of going off on the Profits. Saying that they can see that, they've got to either amputate, they've got to save themselves, they've got to amputate, and things like that. Like, they're kind of really forcing this split. So I find this a hard sell, honestly. I think, as I said, the Street Profits been together a long time. So having the Wyatts now kind of saying, oh, you're splitting up, your bond's not as good as you think it is. Like, that's just really hard for me to believe. It could lead to the Street Profits splitting. I'm not saying it's not going to. But this is a team that's been together years and years and years and years, and has been without titles for years and years and years and years. So I don't know. It's just really hard now that we're trying to do this story that the Street Profits are about to split. And really, until Wyatt Six had mentioned it, there'd been no sign of it, right? Certainly not that I had seen. So, yeah, I do struggle a bit with this story, so I'd like to just get a move on with it, really. If the Street Profits are splitting, let's just split them. Okay, I don't know why she painted her ear. I mean, I don't know what this is about at all. I do like that, though. In Kiana's face, the disrespect, right? So, B-Fab got a... well, I don't think it was for the title, but she got a match against Julia. Unfortunately, we didn't get much of a match. Julia B-Fab doesn't take place, as B-Fab was just destroyed before the match. Michin would come down and make the save. So Kiana and Julia just jumped B-Fab, were beating her up. Michin came down. And there we go, Michin holding up that United States Championship. So clearly she is not finished with trying to get her hands on that belt. WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany against Jade, ended in a double count out. After the match, Nia pulled up and destroyed both. She even hit a very soft-looking Annihilator on Tiffany. So, I don't know where this is going. I don't know if this is going to be a triple threat. I thought their match, though, was very good. Much better than the match they had at SummerSlam. So, much, much better than that match. I really enjoyed it a lot more. Still not Sammy level, of course, but a very enjoyable watch. Yeah, I didn't find that a challenge to watch at all. So that was kind of like the first hour, if you will. Then Nick Aldis confirmed that the tag championship match between Alexa and Charlotte against Izzy and Tatum will be at NXT Homecoming on Tuesday. He said that Alba and Chelsea will get the next shot against those winners. Don't know where Slagent P was. I don't know if Slagent P was mentioned, but no sign of Piper Niven. Then we found out that Nokia, I have not heard the track, by Drake is the official theme of WrestlePalooza. This was just a bit of sass from Nick Aldis, so let's have a look at this.
Is that giving excitement? Okay.
Is that giving you excitement? So a little bit of sass there from Nick Aldis, and you can see that Chelsea was excited to find out she'll be taking on the winners of that tag match. We also found out here, because of course Worlds Collide would be after, Dirty Dom wanted Ray to put the AAA Mega Championship around his waist if he won it. Ray said, if you win that belt, I will do that, right? So obviously this made it seem like it was even more obvious that Dom was going to be winning, right? In the background, and apparently this happened earlier as well, Shinsuke could be seen. So before the Sammy Ray Phoenix match, Sammy was seen backstage saying to Ray Phoenix, it's going to be an honor to wrestle you tonight. And apparently in the background was Shinsuke. I missed that, to be honest, but people have since tagged me in it, and he is there. Again, in the background, you can sort of see him, but you can't see loads. Very similar to this, and actually the way he was moving, it was definitely Shinsuke, right? So there we go. I mean, I'm so excited because it looks like Sammy Carmelo is going to be next. I don't know if that's next week or in a few weeks, probably next week. That match is going to bang, and with Shinsuke lurking in the background, Sammy Shinsuke was one of the best matches in NXT. I am totally down for that match again, right? Right, so much history in this building. Rumor is you actually were the one that closed that gate years ago to stop the DX invasion, so I actually didn't know where we were. Okay, but apparently this is where DX tried to invade. Booker T was like, that was Bagwell. That was Marcus Bagwell that did that. And Vic Joseph was like, well, we'll figure it out afterwards. They were quite fun with some of their exchanges, as they are in NXT, right? Vic likes to give Booker a bit of a needle in sometimes. And yeah, that was just like a pretty fun exchange right there. So you can see we're about to get started with Randy and Drew at this point. It's also pointed out that there was no sponsors, but we do have the WWE logo. So even when we don't have sponsors, we still can no longer enjoy a completely empty ring anymore. I don't know why. There's just no going back anymore, is there? We've now got to have pointless WWE. I mean, we didn't need them for, 40-odd years, 60-odd years. But now, all of a sudden, we have to have the logo in the middle of the ring. Okay, he did not just son his dad. So, will Dominik make history tonight at Worlds Collide? So, we looked at that earlier. So, Randy was going for the punt kick, but the ref got in the way. This allowed Drew to get the victory in our main event. Drew was then going to start unloading on Randy, and of course, here he is, Guile. The Street Fighter returned. Cody is back. Cody Drew WrestlePalooza. Cody Rhodes also cut a promo after. I feel like we do need to watch this because I have not watched this. I don't feel like I've got the time to watch this, but I've got to. So let's check this out.
Thank you guys so much. There's more action tonight, but before that happens, I just want to tell you it's been a hell of a month for me. I had a new baby girl named Lottie. I got cast as Guile in Street Fighter.
So his baby girl, he got cast as Guile in Street Fighter.
And tonight, I got to come back home. Thank you guys very, 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 very much.
There we go. So I think that's the end of his promo. There he is, just with the fans. I don't know if there's anything else that sort of goes down. No, by the looks of it, not. So there we go. Cody said, hell of a month. Glad to be back home. And EJB said, did you notice no ads in the ring? Yeah, still couldn't get rid of everything though, could we? But I suppose that's not as annoying. So there we go. That was SmackDown. Then, of course, we immediately went over to Worlds Collide. Now, I think I've got about 4 folders here. Here's Grayson. He would be in action on Worlds Collide. Worlds Collide would be in Las Vegas. Same place as where the special announcement, the Wrestlemania announcement, took place. And, of course, tomorrow or Saturday, whenever you're watching this, Canelo Crawford is going to be in Las Vegas as well, which is why I think a lot of, like, Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn, they were all there, I think, for that reason. Grayson said it's so cool to be backstage and to get to meet the AAA roster for the first time. So there we go, Grayson throwing a bit of shades. Here we go. When did Conan turn into Rey Mysterio? It is, I mean, like, he is, I don't know what's happened, but he is all the way down there. So there's JBL, right? Looking healthy. There is Corey Graves, and there is Conan, right? So that was our commentary team for Worlds Collide. This was flipping. What the flip? Yeah, 60 years old. Absolutely amazing. Mascarita. Oh, mate, so flipping. Oh my God, stop it. 60. 60? His Wikipedia's got him listed as 60. Amazing, right? This was our opening match. It was just a showcase, really. LWO against these guys, and it was La Parka, Octagon Jr., Laredo Kid, and Mascarita that picked up the victory. Then we got these bullies from high school, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure combined their age comes to about 28. But yeah, there they are, coming down with Natty, not Natalia, Natty, the version of Natalya that we're all so desperate to see in WWE. This was our second match. This was Natty against Fabi Apache. It would be Natalya that would go on to get the win. So, very good. Both matches, very good, actually. I think people really enjoyed both. Right. You sold out chants broke out when they showed the video package of Triple H announcing that Saudi Arabia WrestleMania 43.
You sold out! You sold out! You sold out! You sold out! You sold out!
Dude. So, yes, this is where we found out that we were going to get Grayson and Kofi in the tag match because Xavier had that injury. Of course, we saw that earlier. There's Natalya just tweeting out Natty. Right, obviously pleased for her victory. Look at Xavier. He's basically telling Pagano to have his papers because Ice is around. He's giving him some good advice. Corey said, "We're playing with fire tonight, K-Dog." So that's a pretty fun line from the commentary, but it would be that the champs would stay the champs. So Psycho Clown, Pagano would remain champs. It was Grayson Waller that took the pin. Don't know if there's going to be any repercussions there. There's certainly repercussions for these guys because the Wyatt Six came out. The Wyatt Six destroy Psycho Clown and Pagano, and then they hold up both the WWE Tag Team Championship belts and the AAA Tag Team Championship belts. So there they are, holding up these titles. So clearly they have set their sights on those AAA tag titles. Don't know when the next show is going to be where they can challenge for those, but we could be seeing the Wyatt Six coming up. And what I was told was that apparently these guys are part of a psycho circus. Apparently there's other clowns, there's other performers similar that are part of a group. So we could get a full-on like faction war. This thing could be really fun. Really fun. And also, how great is this? So I believe that's the mask, isn't it? That you can actually pull the top layer off like this. And then it kind of exposes this like red flesh. See that underneath? There's a moment during the show where he like rips the front of his mask off and it's got this like horrible flesh type color underneath. It's like he's pulling his face off. It's really cool. I've seen him do it before, but it's so good. Nikki Cross says hello. So, hiya. Hope you're well, mate. So, there we go. That was Worlds Collide. We got a bit more, obviously. Oh, look at all this. Charlotte was in the crowds. JC Jane was in the crowds. Then we went to our next match. This was Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana against Judgment Day, Roxanne and Finn Balor. Finn Balor had Demon Ito, and this was quite confusing because Demon Ito was in a bag, got thrown under the ring. Everyone carried on wrestling. Then Demon Ito just popped up and appeared. But it wasn't Finn controlling him. It wasn't Raquel. It wasn't Roxanne. I have no idea who was controlling him. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe it was Raquel. I'm starting to think, did I see Raquel? Maybe it was Raquel. Don't know. But whoever it was never got shown. We never found out. Some people thought it might have been Dominic or JD or even Liv. Never found out. Lieska, Demonito. So, yeah, lots of fun was had here. So, there you can see, look, Demonito in the background. Look at this stare down, right? But, I mean, it led to this moment. Look at this spear. The greatest spear. Bah! The greatest spear in professional wrestling. Look at that. What a tope suicida that was. But it would be Lola and Mr. Iguana that would secure victory, right? JC Jane said, I hope you enjoyed your win tonight because you damn sure won't be winning at No Mercy. Then we went to our co-main event. This was, this was not a good time for Ethan, right? Let's look at this.
American champion. Wow. Oh, no. And
Can you hear that sound that he makes? Ah!
wow. Oh, no. That didn't go as planned.
Honestly, that sounds like some sort of farmyard animal. So Ethan Page just suffered the most devastating move in wrestling history. A low blow from JD McDonough's enormous heads. No wonder he's squealing away, right? This would be Dragon Lee, Ethan Page, JD, and Wagner Jr. Wagner would be defending his AAA, I think it's the Latin American Championship, like a mid-card title. And it would be Wagner Jr. that would retain, right? Funko Pop gets pins. So there we go. It was JD that was pins, scoops him up, drives him down, and that gives him the 1, 2, 3. So there we go. Wagner Jr. getting the pin. Logan Paul was at ringside as well. He had his own Layeska. This, I'm guessing, is the WWE shop version that's available now. I very much doubt Logan purchased that. But you can if you want to. And then we went to our main event. So main event time for the top title in AAA, the AAA Mega Championship. I do like the fact the word mega is in there. So there we go. And yes, lots of shenanigans. We had Finn, we had JD, we had El Grande. The end result was that Dominic got the job done. It is now Dominic Dos Straps. So it is El Sucio de los Sucios. It's King of the Luchadors. It's the greatest IC champ of all time. It's the greatest Mysterio of all time. Your new AAA Mega Champion. Double Champ Dom. My daddy Dom. Not mine, but Liv Morgan's. And there we go, Liv Morgan reacting to the fact that this is Dominic Mysterio's world and we're all just living in it. So there we go. He is the champ. So, Jess, thank you. There's Dominic reacting to Liv's message. So everything seems good between them right now. Of course, the show, if you saw it, would end with Ray being made to put the belt around the waist of Dominic. There is a little look that Ray kind of gives where he gives a little smile. So I think he's just beaming with pride, to be honest. He's probably not meant to be. Dominic was like really chucking him around, like being quite rough with Ray, like demanding that he puts that belt around his waist. I really wondered if Ray was going to attack Dominic, right? He doesn't. He ends up walking away as the rest of the Judgment Day come down, including El Grande. And there's a picture of all of them together, courtesy of Roxanne. So that was Worlds Collide. I think it was very well received. I can tell you every match from our community got a great rating. For me personally, I think the main event of Worlds Collide was my second favourite match. I thought it started a little slow, but with all the shenanigans and a new champ being crowned, it was really close to being my match of the night. I would still give the nod to Sammy and Ray Phoenix. I think that was just stronger throughout the whole match. I think the start was just a little slow, didn't quite grab me, but got so good. So yeah, I think ironically, that's the first match of the night and the very last match of the night are my two favourite matches of the night. But there was some really, really good stuff on display tonight, right? Okay, let's go other, shall we? So, yes, Shawn Michaels was asked about who do we need to keep an eye out on, right? And he said, you need to be watching Javon Evans. I'm so excited to see what he's going to go on to do in the future. So here's Javon going, appreciate you, boss man. So there's Javon just basically saying thanks. So, Shaquem, thank you. And then, I don't know, we just love the Vice family, apparently. Here, there's a good chance that WWE brings in Lola Vice's dad for the September 23rd episode of NXT. That would be the go home for No Mercy. I've been told there's a good chance that they're going to try and get her dad in. He was obviously shown on that vignette on Tuesday. But not only that, after she was part of the video package this week, the door is reportedly open for Lola's sister as well. So if she wants to come and join as well, they'll take her. I mean, if you're part of the Lola Vice family, it seems like WWE are like, come on in. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, she is a good-looking girl, so, you know. And I'm guessing she's probably trained in fighting like Lola is. That's her dad's, right? So, yeah, seems like WWE are absolutely loving this family right now. Okay, there wasn't loads in other. We had lots of other folders anyway, didn't we? So let's go fun. I'm not sure how much is in here. Here's some pictures of the new Uncle Howdy figure. This is the Ultimate Edition that's on the way soon. So that looks really fun. So Uncle Howdy Dreads, thank you. What excites me a little more is this. Now, a lot of you get in touch to say those slap bands. You can get like all the different belts. I think they look good, right? I don't know how you would get them on display, but I think they look fun. This is season 2, apparently. So look at this, super rare Roman Reigns 1,316-day record signature series title. If you can get that one, it's super rare. Rare is the World Heavyweight Championship. And then these are the ones you can easily find, like $1 Million Championship, the WWE Championship from 2013. I love that there is now a second season of these. I know you guys had a lot of fun collecting them. I love the belts. I love the belts. I think, like, to get a really nice display cabinet with all these on display, that seems quite fun to me. That seems really, really fun. So, yeah, I don't know where these are available. I think they're in Walmart, but it looks like season 2 on the way. So, Jess, thank you. WWE selling Jey Uso Frosted Yeets cereal on WWE Shop. These were available, I believe, earlier in the year. So not that special, to be honest, but back in stock. I don't know if they've been around and just come back now, but there we go. You can get those. And then there's Asuka saying, Kyrie, I eat dumbbells for breakfast. You should too. And look at her there. She is looking so good. Absolutely shredded. So Asuka in peak physical condition. Yeah. Right. I want to just make sure that we have done. Oh, I know we've got thanks to do. And community. I think we've done so well to like blast through this as quick as we have. I've never spoke so quick in my life. So Max said, I managed to get a photo ticket with John Cena for Comic-Con Liverpool. The ticket sold out in an hour. It was like £175. Not bad compared to a meet and greet. I think it's $175 to get a picture. I think it was like another $175 for an autograph. So I think it was like $350 to get both. But it is true, this dropped and an hour later sold out. So John is going to be in Liverpool in November doing meet and greets, but it sold out in an hour. So that's it. I didn't even know about it until it had sold out, until people got in touch and went, oh, I've got mine, it's sold out now. I was like, what? I didn't even know he was going to be there. I had absolutely no idea. No heads up, absolutely nothing. So I don't know if I would have done it. I might have been tempted to have got a picture, actually. I think you can probably get like an autograph for like $50 or something like that. I think you could probably get an autograph of John, but a picture, you and John, like I think that's the one I probably would have gone for, but I don't know. Can't go spending £175 willy-nilly, so I'm glad I don't even really have to think about it. But have fun, Max. Miss Rattlehead said this turned up today, so the Wyatt 6 book. Very nice. Very nice. So, shout out to you, my friends. Taker 1990 said I got my tickets for Raw as well as NXT Halloween Havoc. So, have fun, Taker 1990. And also got the new Finish the Story figure. So, this is that amazing ringside exclusive. It's a Cody figure and Pharaoh as well. So, very, very cool. So, there we go. I mean, oh my God. We have probably just got a second to have a look and see. if what the latest is, right? We can just have a quick couple of seconds just looking at what else. Sportskeeda said no one does it better than JBL when it comes to praising Dominik Mysterio. This man is like Mahatma Gandhi. He went into prison and he came out and he's now changing the world. That is a great quote. That is a great quote. Oh yeah, the slingshot. I flipping love the slingshot. So this was during our opening match. And we've seen them do that in NXT. Oh, such a good spot that is. Massive slingshot as Wild almost overshoots his opponents. So yeah, so good. There's that picture that we looked at. So I think there's Nikki as well. I think I've pretty much seen all of this, these bits and bobs. But yeah, so good. Here, look, Boulder saying just induct him now. Get him in. He deserves it. Liv Morgan looking stunning. But there he is, look. Intercontinental champ and AAA mega champ at the same time. Conan was saying history has been made. No one has ever done that before. No one has ever done that before. There was Charlotte backstage. That, I believe, is Finn Balor's wife. She was doing backstage interviewing. So there's Charlotte with Finn Balor's wife. And there we go. Look at this. Dom, 2 belts. Definitely one of the big stories of the day. And yeah, there we go. We can just keep scrolling. I think I've seen all these bits and bobs. But as you can see, everyone really talking about Dominik Dostraps. So there's WWE King of the Luchadors. Dominik Mysterio becomes double champion at Worlds Collide. Right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'm so pleased we were able to get this in within an hour. So, yeah, really appreciate the support. We are back later with Canelo and Crawford's. And, of course, I don't think we're doing anything Sunday but Unseen. But we'll be back on Monday. AJ Lee and John Cena both on that episode of Raw. So, should be really good. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.